Carolina Panthers franchise turns in a better direction tomorrow. The NFL draft starts tomorrow night, you guys. I cannot be more excited for the Carolina Panthers to finally get a franchise quarterback in Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. I don't believe that Will Levis will be picked at 1. No shot. I don't care about any of these Las Vegas betting wages, all this, like the betting odds. I don't believe all of that. I don't think he's going to go 1. I don't think Anthony Richardson is going 1 either, regardless of his freakish talent. But I do believe it's either going to be CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. I have a preference, but I honestly probably don't care in the long run. The Panthers have a franchise quarterback. However, Cam Newton does have a preference, and he does have a thought and opinion on this matter. And take a look.
NFL draft is around the corner, and everybody's been asking what's my take on who should the Carolina Panthers select. And this is how I judge quarterbacks as a whole. Everybody can throw. Everybody has talent. Everybody has upside. But the thing that everybody doesn't have, and it's simple, is leadership, and can you get a to follow you? If I'm the GM, if I'm the head coach, if I'm David Tepper, I'm selecting Bryce Young.
Cam Newton is a fan of Bryce Young, and I'm not surprised. He thinks the Carolina Panthers should take Bryce Young, and everyone is saying that, right? Everyone is saying Bryce Young is the pick. I do believe Bryce Young will be the pick tomorrow night. I think there's all these things about him where he's been playing at this size for a long time. He doesn't let anything just destroy him or overpower him. He's a leader, as Cam Newton just said. I mean, he's a leader, right? And there's also the fact that, he's precise, he's accurate. He doesn't have the best arm, but he can definitely thread the needle. Am I right? And he's a Heisman winner. He's a champion from Alabama. He can definitely lead this Panthers team, I think, to the playoffs. I think Bryce Young is the right pick. I don't know. I mean, I do prefer CJ Stroud, but, it is what it is. I think Bryce Young is a good pick, obviously. I just cannot wait for the Panthers to have a franchise quarterback. In other news, though, Bryce Young was asked about, how Cam Newton. I made this video a few days back, and Cam Newton just had a list of quarterbacks that he would like to back up for if he were to come in and play that mentor role in the NFL, because he can't really probably start anywhere other than probably Baltimore and other places that I'm not going to get into. And he had mentioned guys like Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and CJ Stroud. And Bryce Young went on an interview or podcast the other night, and he was asked about, potentially being the starter and having a mentor like Cam Newton on the Carolina Panthers, potentially, right? And I think it might happen. I think if Bryce Young does go to the Panthers, I think either this year or next year, Cam Newton might be on the team and mentor Bryce Young. Bryce Young thought that it would be surreal. And I mean, that makes sense. He idolizes his game from Cam Newton, and as a lot of these guys do. I mean, he was one of the best quarterbacks 8 years ago, right? And a bunch of these guys were like 13, 12. They were younger. They were looking. That's who they were watching. That's who they were watching just really be great in the NFL. And that's who they wanted to be like. And yeah, I would agree. It would be definitely surreal for Bryce Young to be mentored by Cam Newton. And I think Cam Newton coming back and being that backup guy and that guy who can come in and just be there for our franchise guy, I think that would be amazing. I think that's the best thing for his career right now, is for Cam Newton to come in and be, like I said, the mentor that Bryce Young might need. I do agree with Cam Newton here. I think Cam Newton is making he has a great opinion on this. I think Bryce Young is a great leader. It is the best pick for the Panthers, because of the accomplishments from him, winner, Heisman winner, champion, leader, all the things I've already previously stated. Bryce Young is just that guy. I mean, if you guys have watched any Bryce Young tape at all, there's a lot more. I mean, he's been perfect a lot of the games, and you don't really see the size be a big factor, honestly. And I mean, you had guys like Baker Mayfield this year have passes batted down and stuff like that. And guys like Russell Wilson and Drew Brees didn't have to deal with that. We didn't really see it a whole lot. And Frank Reich had also said, or it was either Frank Reich or Scott Fitter who stated that Bryce Young and Russell Wilson coming out of college only had like 2 batted passes in that previous year, and Bryce Young I think had 1 or 2 this year. So I think that's also another factor. I mean, if you guys did watch Panthers games and you watched Baker Mayfield in that first Browns game, I mean, there was 4 batted passes at the beginning of the game. I mean, that was insane. And Baker Mayfield was pretty good before he had gotten hurt and just completely destroyed by the Browns franchise. I mean, that was dumb. I like Baker Mayfield. I think he'll hopefully do good in Tampa Bay, but I mean, not that good, right? I mean, I don't want him to do that good to kill the Panthers, you know what I'm saying? I want Bryce Young to do better with us. But yeah, shorter quarterbacks are going to have to deal with, trying to not have their passes batted. And from the looks of it, Bryce Young doesn't have that problem right now. He might have to deal with that problem in the NFL. And he's going to be probably one of the shorter dudes on that field. I think Miles Sanders is taller than him. his running back's going to be probably taller than him in the league on the Panthers. And yeah, it's really amazing that the size isn't a big factor at all for him. Let me know what you guys think about Cam Newton's opinion on this. Do you agree with Cam Newton? Do you guys still think CJ Stroud is the correct pick? Do you guys somehow still believe in Will Levis or Anthony Richardson? Let me know down in the comment section below. One final thought, I guess before draft night is, whoever it is, once again, the Carolina Panthers are having a franchise quarterback at the end of tomorrow night. I cannot be more excited. Once again, I'm so speechless. I cannot wait to get my hands on a Bryce Young or CJ Stroud jersey. The minute that it goes on sale, right? And it's going on my wall, and I'm setting up a nice little Panthers corner over here. You can see a Panthers Christian McCaffrey poster over here. I got some jerseys up there that I might show off later. I got a little stand that I might have, a different video format. Big things coming. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to appreciate every single one of you for watching all my videos and just being the best watchers you guys can be. You guys have been subbing, liking, commenting, showing your feedback. You guys are literally the best. I want to show my appreciation to you guys. Hopefully you guys have had a great Wednesday. We have one more day, 24 hours till draft day. Hopefully you guys have a great night, and see you guys on Friday. Peace. Maybe tomorrow. I might have a live stream. Peace.